Yo, what's goody YouTube? It's your boy Bolo, and I'm here to bring you another video for educational purposes only. And our boy Jussie, Smollet, finally found guilty of what we all knew was bullshit. It was a hoax crime, and he will be sentenced. Now, they're talking about he is facing up to a possibility of 20 years. We all know that's not gonna happen. One, it shouldn't happen. I mean, 20 years is just, that's ridiculous. But two, he's a celebrity, so they're definitely not gonna throw the book at him. And three, he's a Democrat, so they're definitely not gonna throw the book at him, you know, in Chicago. But what should the sentence be? My proposition, right? If I was the judge, hear ye, the defendant, Jussie Smollett, shall be sentenced to 10 years of no booty hole pleasure. You can only fuck vaginas for 10 years, Jussie. He would be devastated, but it would change his life. I promise you that. No more booty stuff, Jussie. Sorry. That's your sentence. Not jail, because you're gonna like that. Okay? You're gonna have to bang women for 10 years. Alright? You're gonna have to survive that. No, but seriously, I think the police chief said something about they would have let him go if he just fucking apologized. If he just man up, said, all right, man, y'all got me. I made this whole thing up. I was trying to get the MAGA people to look bad and, you know, raise my profile as a man of color, you know, in the acting world and give me some sympathy roles. Like, wow, he just went through this ordeal. Let's get him a starring role in this movie. Backfired. But yeah, it says it's time to come clean. Jussie Smollett is shamed for still refusing to admit he made up hoax attack. As prosecutors say, Chicago Police Department wasted $100,000 investigating. He definitely deserves to go in jail. The women's jail though. So he's only surrounded by women. Alright, cause we ain't gonna have him having fun in the fucking male jails. I'm sorry, I'm not with it. It's not gonna be a punishment. Jussie Smollett was found guilty on Thursday of lying to police on 5 different occasions in January 2019. The 39-year-old is now facing 20 years behind bars. A sentence date has not been set. Smollett said nothing as he left the courtroom on Thursday, flanked by his family and friends. He's probably a sociopath, if we're gonna be honest. The dude is like being stone cold, refusal about it, and he's not showing any kind of remorse. He's probably got mental issues. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb reminded the public that Chicago PD spent $100,000 and devoted 26 cops working round the clock to investigate Smollett's allegations. And they had to. So anyone that says, oh, why would they waste all these resources for some one actor? Is a black actor in super leftist media. If they didn't dedicate all those resources, they would have been like, look at that. They don't care about the black man and they just gonna let him suffer to these MAGA Trumpsters. Wow, look at our justice system. They just gonna let anything happen. So they were forced to do this. And now that it didn't pan out the way that they thought it was, now they're trying to spin it the other way and say, well, why would you waste all this stuff on them? He was just, you know, it's not that big a deal. It was a fake crime. Maybe the CPD is not perfect, but what they did on this case was extraordinary, he said on Thursday. The police force has not yet responded to the guilty verdict. Smollett said at trial he never trusted them. You want to talk about trust? The lawyer for Nigerian brothers Abel and Ola Osundaro said it is time to cut the act, just come clean. Don't tell him to come clean. Don't threaten him with a good time. Smollett won a wave of support initially, but he has few vocal supporters now. See, people were so thirsty to fucking believe that shit, man. I remember that. I was looking at the news, like, so brave and wow, he just survived this whole ordeal. Wow, it's not amazing. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. He has been shamed, but for still refusing to admit. But I think they're just gonna rehash it. But yeah, man, this is insane. I'm curious to what they're gonna do. Like, what do you think the appropriate sentence would be? Do you think it's just a year? To be honest, I think he deserves a hefty fine. Obviously, I think he's a millionaire, so whatever fine it is, he can pay it off, but it should be hefty. I want it to be like, I mean, I doubt you can get $1 million, but it should be something crazy. Like, whatever they can do, they need to like charge him that. And he definitely needs to do more than a year. I think a year is too light for all the resources, the hysteria, just everything that was caused. You can't just let him get off on some super light shit, because he won't be the last if the punishment isn't big enough to boost your profile and, you know, your notoriety. I could see other people doing this, like other like B-list, C-list celebrities that are trying to up their profile. I could see them doing something like this, but just not as dumb, you know, by like hiring dark African dudes to play white MAGA people. Like, I mean, the decision making on this guy's part is just laughable. But yeah, man, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole ordeal. Like, what do you think should happen? Do you think he should get like a long sentence to 20 years, 10 years, 3 years, a year and a half, a year, just let go and maybe do community service? Like, what the fuck you think? But yeah, man, I'm out. Peace.